Being in school sucks. You don't get appreciated for anything you do. Wait, what? I mean, okay, well, hold on. When you say anything you do, what do you mean? Like, bringing home an A on a test? Or, like, you went to band camp? Like, what are you talking about? I spend all my time in my life doing schoolwork and stuff, but when I don't have enough energy to clean out my parents' garage, I feel like I'm worthless. I don't know why you feel like you're worthless. I mean, that's just something that you're gonna have to... I don't want to say, like, learn to deal with it, but you will need to learn how to control that feeling. Oh, we got something we need to revive. Because that's just kind of like you getting mad at you in your own head. And you will need, you know, you'll learn to manage that over time. You know, something... So, based on just what you've said in the 2 messages I've read from you so far, you could be middle school, high school, or college, and I don't know which one. I will say that, this is gonna sound really weird, but I mean every word of it. I feel like as a person, like, you know, okay, any of you here, no matter what age you are, if you think back to when you were 10, you were like, man, my personality was not fully formed yet. When you were 12, same thing. When you were 15, yeah, whatever. You were still bacon. You were still half baked. I feel like early 20s is when the current me was fully formed. Like before, like I look at me when I was like 19 and I was like, cringe, you know? Like even then it was like that was just a young idiot. Even then it was pretty bad. If right now, if you're not even like 20 and you're like, you know, you got some stuff you're stressed about, I promise you that when you get a few years older, it's nothing. Now, I'm not downplaying the stress you're currently feeling. Like, if right now you're stressed out of your mind, yeah, you do need to deal with that right now. You absolutely, I'm not going to say that's nothing, you have no right to feel that way. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when you get older, that feeling of like, oh my God, like this is such a big deal. You're going to be like, wow, that was not a big deal. It was nothing. It really wasn't.
Yeah. But your 20s were in the early 1800s or something.
You're mistaking me for Keanu Reeves.
Time altogether back then.
Yeah, I was churning butter in school. That was home economics, just churning butter. Is there worse to come after my 20s? For me, my middle school years were the worst years of my life. Now, chat, I had you know, bullies I had to deal with and stuff like that. My parents moved around constantly. I went to 6 schools between 1st and 12th grade, so I never had any friends because we were moving too much. I had very dark thoughts back then. So, for me, everything got way better after school. Now, just living in one location to where I could make a couple of acquaintances was a big step up from what I was experiencing up to that point. So, yeah, it was way, like, I have never gone to a single school reunion. I don't want to see those people. Forget them. I don't care. I don't care how many of them are still alive. Whatever. My world is just fine not knowing what happened to any of them. I'm thinking one of them I know is still alive. One person from my graduating class of like 1,800 people I know is still alive because I chat with him like once a year. That's it. That's it. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. I really appreciate hearing this from you. Yeah, sure. I mean, I was a little afraid this was going to sound too much like a downer, but it's like if right now, I don't know how old our friend is that we were just talking about. Okay, so never mind. Someone just asked. So they're 17. So let's say you're 17. I will bet you that you look back on when you were 14 and you're like, man, I was young. Man, I did not know crap. Man, I can't believe I used to watch Paw Patrol and hide it from my parents. Man, I can't believe I played with my sister's My Little Ponies when she wasn't looking. Whatever. I bet you're just like, I can't believe I did all that when I was 14. And you're 17 now, okay? When you're 20, you're gonna look back at when you were 17 and you were like, wow, I was young and stupid, right? Like right now, you're just like, yeah, this is me. But in a couple of years, just a couple of years, you're gonna look back at the current you and go, wow, I know so much more now than I did. Right? Like you're still cooking. You're still half baked. The final you is not out. Like I feel like, again, early 20s is when the full Michael was finally baked. And after that, I've just, you know, then I was a complete product, and then I started learning more things and getting older. But it was early 20s that I feel like my personality stopped changing wildly every year or two. You were baked in your early 20s. Oh my god, Asen. My early 20s kind of sucked. I mean, there's always going to be some people that... I mean, honestly, I don't have anything to brag about my 20s other than I wasn't getting bullied in school anymore. That was a step up. Like, man, I haven't gotten shoved around today. This is a good day. That was a big step up. Now you get bullied by Flute. Yeah. She at least... I can at least point her rage toward people that, you know, are acting up if we need to. Why do people bully you? So there was this one time in school I did something that really set some people off, and it was I was existing. I started existing one day, and it was really all downhill after that. Like that was the straw that broke the camel's back. But yeah, it's really, you know, anything. If someone wants to make you a target, like they don't need a reason. Oh, look at this guy wearing a backpack. Poof. Yeah, it does. It's whatever. Like they don't need a reason. They'll make one up. Like, you'll be 14. They'll be like, oh, nice clothes, dummy. Your mom get those for you? You're like, yeah. Who else would get me my clothes? Oh, you know, all of a sudden, wow, okay. He really didn't like the clothes my mom bought me at frickin' JCPenney. All right. Imagine wearing backpacks. I know. I had such audacity wearing backpacks. Did y'all feel that way too? Like school to make you feel worthless since you weren't working or contributing your time and effort towards anything? I've struggled with depression, anxiety over years. Okay, so... Alright, I feel like I'm legally required at this point to say I'm not a psychiatrist or a therapist or anything like that. So anything I tell you here is just based on my own...
Nice shirt, kid. Who are you trying to be?
Jesus Christ,
Richard Grieco? The origin story.
Turn those off for a minute. Anything I say is, of course, just based on my own experiences, right? That's it. That said, I never... Yeah, I had some really dark thoughts in school. I absolutely had some really dark thoughts. It was one of those where if my parents wanted to talk to me, I wanted to tell them there was a problem, but I didn't want to be so honest that they threw me into like a room where I had to wear the vest where you hug yourself with the padded walls. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to open up, but you're dodging the laser beams so you don't get thrown into a psychiatric ward. Like that was me in middle school, high school. So yeah, I had dark thoughts, sure. I would say my thoughts weren't on not contributing to society, because, I mean, no one at that age is contributing to society. You know, okay, real talk. The kids at that age that are contributing the most to society are the ones saying, do you want fries with that? The ones that have started getting entry-level jobs. They're the ones contributing the most. All the others, not yet. And that's fine. That's expected. It's kids. It's freaking kids. But yeah, as far as like getting depressed over that, no, I never focused on that. I was more just like, I was depressed because I wasn't happy. And that was just because of the environment I was in. Thank y'all so much for talking about this stuff. Yeah, no problem. I hope it helps in some small way. But it truly is like, okay, here's what I would try to recommend for what you've described so far. You said that like you feel like you're not contributing. No one your age, I would say 99.9% of the people your age at 17 are contributing the same amount to the world as you are. Which is maybe they help their parents from time to time and they're trying to pass school. That's it. Maybe after school they've got an entry-level job at like a fast food or something like that. That's it. It's not a big deal. That's normal for your age group. You know, you're just You're probably dealing with like raging hormones. You're having mood swings all the time. You're trying to figure out who the heck you are, and you're trying to pass school. And yeah, I mean, it's a roller coaster of a time. And it will be a time that you, in a couple of years, you're going to look back on this time when you're 17, and you're going to think of it the same way that you right now look back on you when you were 14. Which is like, okay, I don't even remember exactly what happened that year, but I remember it happened.